Good morning, this is Brad Gilbert and welcome to the week ahead. Now, first of all, taking a look at the economic calendar, we've got a huge week coming up with a large number of major high-impacting releases. The start of the week particularly belongs to the Aussie dollar. That'll be the major focus with the, as you can see here, Monday, building approvals, but more importantly, Tuesday, retail sales, followed by the RBA rate decision, and then Wednesday, we've got the Aussie GDP figures. So that's the sort of key part. If I just switch over to the the Forex factor, you get a bit more scale on the whole thing. As I was sort of saying, Tuesday the RBA cash rate announcement. We don't expect a change in rates, but we do. It'll be very interesting to see what the actual statement has to say. Then once we get through Wednesday's Aussie GDP numbers, the week sort of turns over towards the offshore markets, where we've got the Bank of Canada first on Wednesday. Their interest rate decision, no change expected there, but once again the statement is the key to the actual release. Then Thursday we've got the BOJ. They actually don't have a set time at the moment, but we'll be keeping an eye on that for any unusual activity. Then Thursday in the UK we've got the Bank of England rate decision and statement, and also their asset purchase facility vote. That'll be very important as well. Then you've got the ECB about an hour later, hour and a half later. So, you know, Thursday night, the markets will be quite tepid, sort of sitting back, watching, waiting for the central banks to come out. You know, no change in rates from either of them, but definitely potential impacts from their statements. Then once we hit through Thursday, getting into Friday, the major focus is just going to be the non-farm payrolls. As it is, it's Bernanke's benchmark for, you know, apparently tapering, when the tapering is going to start, when the unemployment rate goes down to 7%. At the moment it's 7.4%, so this is a huge number. Not only is it sort of big historically, but it's even more important since Bernanke, the Fed governor, has actually come out and said basically this is the go-to number. All right, so that's the general scale on the data. Just coming back to our webinar sort of releases. As you can see, the start of the week, I mean, it's very busy with the Aussie data. Then we'll be switching back over to the US. Now, I don't think the Thursday Bank of England and ECB, they're not sort of great trading opportunities. They can be. We actually sort of keep an eye on the charts for that. But, you know, we don't expect any change in interest rates there. But, you know, there is a huge potential with the president of the ECB and the governor of the Bank of England also speaking. So just coming back to now your charts, the best thing about this is we've got some great levels here across the major currencies. Last week, just having a quick sort of look around the grounds here, we saw Euro, you know, dip through this sort of key trend line here at 133.40. It's managed to sort of stay on its lows. It's sort of trading in the middle of nowhere. There's potential for a move either side. Okay, the fact that this Syrian crisis drama is playing out, and it's now looked upon as being quite weak for the US dollar. The well, as the US government, I guess, not sort of coming in with their, you know, blasting everyone away. So that's going to play out this week. We'll see how that goes. It can impact quite a lot if things escalate. That's something we have to keep an eye on. Now, just on over the weekend, we had the Chinese manufacturing data come out much better than expected. Well, you know, 0.4. The fact is it was at 51, which sort of indicates expansion. We have seen a little gap here in the Aussie dollar, and it's sort of just tweaking through this resistance level, the at 89.39. Now, the key part to understanding this, why isn't it sort of kicking on? Don't forget it is Labor Day in the US and Canada. You know, if one of the major centres is away, usually the whole market takes the day off, not just those centres themselves. So I don't expect the Aussie to do too much ahead of that. As it is, it's sort of already gapped 45 points on the open on that Chinese data. So we'll see what happens from there. Dollar yen has come back and starting to retest this first resistance line. It has gone through the top of the cloud there on the Ichimoku cloud on the open. That's another thing to sort of keep an eye on. That's probably due to the crosses, Aussie yen, sterling yen, euro yen. It's jumped up on the crosses. Sterling, we had a very interesting sort of week last week. Sterling, it gave back some of its gains from the previous 2 weeks. It's had a pretty good run. What we've got now is a changing sort of scope here. You've got this previous resistance line, which is now sort of been blown out. Most traders will be drawing the new high here. So we've got a new sort of resistance level, the same sort of support line on the bottom over here. but we'll be reassessing these levels as we go along. And for instance, this one here is now at 154.53. And this is pretty much simply what you do on the Mondays. It's just get your fine-tune your charts, work out exactly what's going on these levels, and so you can sort of keep ahead of the game. That's the sort of key part to it, isolating these key support resistance levels, 155.37. Funnily enough, it's even with the currency moving, the resistance levels at the top. So one of the key things you would do at the start of the week in a situation like this, obviously this was the key level to break down from. You just get rid of that off your chart so you don't get sort of distracted. And these are the new numbers that we're actually going to be sort of focusing on. All right, so that's pretty much the currencies. We've got, as I said, some major data coming out this week. We've got support and resistance on most of these currencies. That gives us a great opportunity, you know, both sides of the market, instead of sort of looking, you know, a little bit randomly at the fundamental news. We do have, you know, some great opportunities going forward. All right, so, you know, not too much to expect, and probably until Tuesday. Tomorrow's retail sales numbers in Australia. Don't get too excited and start banging away now. There's going to be a lot of trading opportunities, as I said, this week. For all those members, you can simply log into the members area at the top here of the website. You'll get access to the webinars that way. All right, I hope everyone has a good week, and we'll see you on the live trading desk. Thanks very much.